recording. Good evening, and good evening here in the United States, or North America, I should say, and Ohio gozaimasu for those of you in Japan. Good day for those down under. We appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to be with us tonight. It is our sincere intent and desire to have these meetings on a weekly basis to be meaningful and instructive. Last week, I spoke about how to build an international business, and I just wanted to reiterate a little bit. I wanted to reiterate the dates that I'm going to be in Japan. I will be in Nagoya, Japan, September the 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then in Tokyo on the 8th, 9th, and 10th. So mark that in your calendars. I'll be available by text and phone. If you have any prospects that you would like for me to meet with when I'm over there, I'm happy to do so in those two cities. And I might even be able to venture out a little bit from those main cities, but not too far because of all the different meetings that I have already scheduled. Also, secondly, on August the 27th in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and I shouldn't even say Green Bay, Wisconsin. I should say Lambeau Field, home of the Green Bay Packers. We have a wonderful venue there right at Lambeau Field where the meeting room looks out on the turf, the field of Lambeau Field. What an incredible experience. We have people coming from Florida and all over just not to hear any of us, but to see Lambeau Field and enjoy the Green Bay, Wisconsin experience. So that is Sunday the 27th. I believe it's at 9 a.m. But if you're interested, just text me at 208-608-2345. The same number that is the Zoom meeting ID. And text me at that address and I'll get you the information. All right, well, tonight we are very honored to have Dave, and right by his side, his lovely wife, Mary Taylor of Idaho Falls, Idaho. And I have asked Dave to spend a little time with us tonight, and I'm going to switch the controls over to him so that he can do his presentation and unmute him. But Dave and Mary, I've asked them to answer 3 questions. Number one, first of all, I told Dave to tell us a little bit about his experience. When you hear of his width and breadth and depth of experience in this industry, you will be amazed. Secondly, why he and Mary chose M-Network. And third, to share with us his simple sharing system. So, Dave, I'm going to unmute you, and I'm going to pass over the controls to you, and take it away.
Sounds great. Are you able to hear me okay, Glade?
Yes, I can hear you fine.
All right. Well, let me start by mentioning that that my sweet wife Mary is the better half of this partnership, and we flipped a coin and she elected to have me cover the topic tonight. So she's listening, she's here, she's coaching, but I've kind of got the stage tonight. So where should we start, Glade?
Tell us a little bit about your story, Dave. Your and Mary's story. Start there. Share with us a little bit about your experience.
Okay. Sounds great. We've had a pretty entrepreneurial career. We've owned half a dozen of our own businesses in a variety of different industries. Starting several years ago, in about 2003, we joined a consulting firm, me and another partner, that was focused on direct selling companies. I hadn't had any experience in the direct selling world before that, but some of the things that I was trained in presented an opportunity to jump right into this consulting firm with a partner. And over the course of the next 10 to 12 years, had an opportunity to work at a corporate level with about half of the largest 100 companies in the world, companies like Avon and Mary Kay and Herbalife and USANA and so forth and so on. Wonderful opportunity. And we started getting a lot of demand to help people start direct selling companies. And so we started a symposium that is one of the leading symposium conferences in the direct selling industry in Salt Lake City called the Direct Selling Symposium. And we also helped, my partner and I helped launch about 40 direct selling companies over that period of time. So everywhere from Bogota, Colombia to the East Coast to the West Coast, and in between. And we had a wonderful time, and we had an opportunity to really learn this industry from the inside out. About 6.5 years ago, Mary and I dipped our toe on the other side of the line, the distributor line, and found out we loved it. Found out we loved helping people, found out we loved changing lives, including ours, found out that it was a wonderful income opportunity, and that resulted in us becoming full-time direct selling professionals, leaving the consulting firm and becoming direct selling professionals on a full-time basis. So that's a little bit about our background. It's blessed our lives extremely strongly.
Excellent. Can you share with us a little bit about why you chose M-Network? Having all this experience and all these probably unlimited phone calls of people wanting you to join, why did you choose M? What was it about that intrigued you?
Well, Glade, I have to tell you that and don't worry, folks, we're going to get to a really skill-based training topic here in a minute, but I have to tell you that it started out with a lot of skepticism on my part, because one of the things that I knew as a consultant was that many, in fact, most direct selling startups fail. And so when Mary and I had the opportunity to drive down to Utah and meet with Ryan Anderson, the co-founder of the company, to be honest with you, I went down there to basically prove why we shouldn't do it, because I was pretty sure that we didn't want to do a startup. And I had a list of about 25 questions for Ryan, questions that I knew to ask as a consultant, questions ranging from financing of the company to how the company products were formulated and where they were manufactured, to what software they were using, to had they modeled out the comp plan to make sure they could afford it. I mean, a list of 25 questions. We walked into Ryan's office and walked out 5 hours later. Ryan was very gracious with his time. I was very surprised. 5 hours later, we walked out. We were with some friends. We stood in the parking lot, and I said, guys, I came down here thinking that I was going to prove to us that we shouldn't do this. And after 5 hours, I can tell you, not only should we do this, but this is an extremely extraordinary opportunity. And, you know, this company is built right. Some of the things I'm going to go through tonight in this training are what make this an unusual opportunity. And, you know, I want everybody on this call to understand that this is not an opportunity to be squandered. 5 years from now, this is going to be a very big company. And a lot of each of our part of that financially is going to depend on what we do really, Glade, between now and the end of the year in terms of, you know, the basis of leadership that we bring onto our teams. We have the opportunity to participate in something very, very special here.
Did you think that it was going to be just another Me Too company, another, you know, another company?
I did. I had no idea. We walked in, and one of the first things we asked Ryan was, you know, what's going to set you guys apart? And he said, we want to be the Uber of direct selling. And I said, well, what does that mean? He says, that means we want to kick the table over. We want to do things differently. We want to take everything that people hate about direct selling and we want to make it right. And again, I think as we go through tonight's training, people will see why that's the case.
Well, that's awesome. Well, let's get into the training then a little bit. Dave, thank you for sharing your experience and know-how. Go ahead and share with us, if you will, your simple sharing system.
Just before I do that, Glade, I just want to build on the theme a little bit of what the fact that we're part of something special. I don't know how many people have seen these statistics before, but these are statistics that are straight off of the direct selling DSA.org website. And you know, it's interesting to look at the trend, and there was a slight dip in 2016. I'm sure that will recover. But you know, the statistics always lag by a year. But look at the growth trend in U.S. sales. So there's you know, $36 billion of sales in the U.S. that are generated through direct selling. That's a phenomenal number. That's a number that dwarfs many major industries that are out there. And so if ever you are challenged by somebody, and look at the trend in the people involved in direct selling, you know, it just continues to trend upward, where in 2016 we had a record of 20.5 million people in the US involved in direct selling. So the picture that I want everybody to see is that M-Network is a very unique, very special company that is going to be, that is operating in a very special market segment, in a very special industry. I mean, you know, the worldwide numbers are just phenomenal. You can see here that the global direct selling as of 2016 in terms of retail sales, you have to, you know, these always confuse me. It says 182,556 in millions. What that means is 182 billion in worldwide sales through the direct selling business model. Glade, with your help, we're going to capture some of that international market. It's growing like crazy internationally, and you know, growing here in the U.S. as well. So we have a very special opportunity in a very special industry that is in harmony with a lot of the trends. People want to shop conveniently. People want to shop out of their home. People like to buy things from their friends. People like to buy things online. All of those trends are right in harmony with what what we have here at M-Network. Now, Glade, what I want to focus on for the next about 10 minutes is some skill-based training here. One of the things that I found as a consultant in the industry is that what makes teams grow and what allows individuals to build their business in direct selling is duplication. That the whole direct selling model is not based on what I can do. It's based on whether a bunch of people, most of whom are working on a very casual, very part-time basis, whether they can do it, whether they can share, whether they can, you know, and most of these people aren't salespeople, right? Most of the people on this call, we don't view ourselves as salespeople. What we view ourselves as is people who love a product who want to share it with others. So at the heart of what is essential is what I call a simple sharing system. And we've been involved in M-Network now for, I don't know, Mary, what, 4 weeks or so? 6 weeks? And we feel as though we've been able to really get to the heart of and refine a simple, duplicatable sharing system that anybody on this call and anybody that you recruit to the team can do. And that's what's going to make our businesses grow. So I'm going to bring that up on the screen here. And we can make this available if that's desirable to people. So let me, let's see, for some reason it's not giving me the control to be able to make that full screen. Let me just see if I can do that. Let's change that to slideshow. There we go. So this is so simple, and this is what I love about mNetwork, is that this simple sharing system is as simple as doing 3 things. And so we're going to go over the top part of this first, and then we're going to go over, so one page, Glade, one page. This is the only training that people need to be successful in sharing mNetwork, in one page. We'll go over the 3 key elements first at the top, and then at the bottom, what we feel are some of the key points to emphasize when you're talking to people about this, all right? So number 1, when you strike up a conversation with someone, what you want to do is share your excitement, your story, and a stick. Now, that doesn't have to take long. That might sound something like this. I am so excited about a new product that I found. I found these little sticks. In fact, it looks like this, and I take a Core AO. I should have had them with me here. I'm not doing a very good example. I take one of these, a Core AO, and one of these, a Smart Stick, every morning, and I am experiencing amazing benefits from that. The Smart Stick helps me feel on my game. It helps me feel sharp, helps me feel alert. The Core AO is helping overall health. It's got anti-inflammatories in it, and it's helping some lower back and hip pain that I normally have. And I love these products. There's 5 simple products, 5 simple focuses, as you can see here. Which one would you like to try? Okay, that's about as easy as this first part is. Share your excitement, your story, and a stick. Now, if the person that you're talking to, maybe you're messaging them online, maybe it's a person who lives in a different state, coordinate with your upline, and we can have the corporate office send a sample directly to that person. In fact, everybody who enrolls on a Elite Pack has 20 credits. The logistics of that are still being ironed out, so right now work through your upline, but don't let distance be a problem to you. We can get samples to people. So that's part number 1. Now, part number 2 is that beyond what I just said in part number 1, none of us want to be really the salesperson. Again, we don't have time. We haven't been trained. We want an easy way to share. And gratefully, mNetwork is on their game in terms of providing videos that we can use to share. So every person that Mary and I sample, we also provide them with 2 videos. The first one is called the mSticks video, and the second one is called a Stick a Day video. And these videos are very simple to send. Let me just get out of this for a moment, and I will bring up the mNetwork YouTube site, assuming I can. I got my controls, Glade, right under it.
Yes.
There it is. And this is the mNetwork YouTube site. Just go to YouTube, search on mNetwork. Now, here's a little trick in finding it. When you search on mNetwork, it's going to come up and it thinks you made a mistake. It says showing results for mNetwork or for network instead of mNetwork. You basically have to convince YouTube, no, I really meant mNetwork. So you click on mNetwork, and then you click on the channel. And what I like to do is go to videos and then just view by most popular. And you see these first 2 videos here are the videos that I'm talking about. The mSticks video and the Make Money video. Now there's some other cool stuff on here, but don't clutter your prospect's mind with the other stuff. Keep it simple. These are the only 2 they need to see right away. Now, for those who might be new at sharing a YouTube video, basically what we do is you click on it so that it launches, you hit the share button, and you copy this blue link, you copy and paste, and you simply send that to the individual. The cool thing is you can send that via a Facebook message, you can send it via a text, or you can send it via an email. So, so that's step number 2.
Dave, do you ever, excuse me, do you ever have that like on your iPad or iPhone or whatever phone?
I do.
Smartphone, and just sit down with them if they have the time, ask them if they have the time and play it right then in front of them, if you are in front of them.
Absolutely. Great idea. In fact, you know, Glade, there'd be no reason not to combine step 1 and 2 while you're doing what? Drinking an M stick mixed in water.
Right.
Okay. So great idea, great approach. So this 1 and 2 here these things don't have to take a long time. Now, it's very important. Let me teach an important skill. Let's say you're not doing that, Glade. Let's say that I've sampled somebody and I wasn't able to do that, and I got them the videos. When I send somebody the videos to watch, I do that with the following wording. It's called "if I will you." Glade, if I send you 2 short videos, totally not more than 6 minutes between the 2 of them, will you watch them, and can I call you back tomorrow to chat about it? If I will you. You get that commitment and you establish a follow-up time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, in that
follow-up, by the way, the gold is in the follow-up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can send 1 million of these out, but if you don't follow up, never going to get anywhere. Now, in the follow-up, the questions are very simple. The question is, well, you know, if they've had a sample, you're going to find out what they like about, you know, what did they think of the sample? Did they like the sample? If they watched the video, you're going to ask, what did they like about the video? And ultimately, what you want to get down to in that follow-up conversation is, where do your interests lie? Are you interested in the home-based business opportunity that we think is very excited? And wait for them to answer. If they say no, then the next question is, are you interested in purchasing some products? Because I just have a website that you can purchase products from, okay? But if the answer is yes, that they have an interest in the business, that's where we move to the next step, and that's where you arrange a 3-way with your upline. And this is essential. Nobody on this call needs to go it alone. And there's 2 reasons for doing a 3-way call with your upline. One is that your upline probably has a little bit more experience than you do. But what's really interesting is that I call it the law of witnesses. So my friends, for some reason, don't, you know, they hear me talking about this, but then let's say I bring Glade on the phone, and they hear him talking about it, and for some reason, they now believe it because Glade talked about it. I don't know why it is, but that's the way it is. And would you agree with that, Glade?
Totally agree. There is, if you try to do it on your own, you'll fail. Pure and simple. If you don't use this aspect, this little nugget that you're teaching right now, Dave, I guarantee you won't have success. I don't know what it is about, we've called it the professional from afar, you're never profiting in your own land. I mean, whatever it is, the bottom line is when you try to go it alone, you'll fail. And it's not that you don't know the answers. I mean, Dave, you can talk circles around me, but when you tee up a team member and they take the responsibility or the opportunity to share with those individuals, they do. They listen to them. They believe them.
Absolutely. So pretty simple. Three steps. Now, along the way, you know, sometimes it's helpful, even though we don't, you know, we want to let the tools do the talking, all those kind of things. we've kind of put our heads together, those of us who've been doing this for a little while now, and what are the key points to emphasize in the sharing? And I just want to hit this real fast because I don't know whether everybody realizes it or not, but these are the things that are really setting this company apart. So, and I'm just going to go through these real quickly. Products that are affordable, shocker, okay, because most of the time when you're approached about a multi-level marketing company, a network marketing company, direct selling company, you've got overpriced products. Not the case here. We're talking about $1.30 a stick, which is, compare that if you're replacing an energy drink, a 5-hour energy with a Go Stick or whatever. The products are affordable, they're easy to sample, they work fast, and there's already exciting additional products in the works. Now, I don't work for the company, but I've had some conversations there. There's exciting things coming. We have 5 sticks now. I can almost guarantee you that 3 years from now, we'll have a lot more than 5 sticks doing a lot of other exciting things. Second bullet, this company is already experiencing dramatic success. They launched in January of 2017. They're a privately held company, so I don't know what the current number is for sure. I know that as of the end of May, we were over 3 million in sales, and that's a great start, by the way, a phenomenal start, and a 79% reorder rate. Now, I have people ask me.
That's huge, Dave. That's huge.
It's huge, and if you ever want to make a residual income, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, guess what? People need to still be ordering the products, and I will have people ask me, well, how do you know these products work? And I say, well, I know they work for me. I have confidence in the way the products are being developed and formulated, but how about if we let the market talk? And when there's a 79% reorder rate, guess what? We got a pretty good idea the products are working.
Dave, can I share one statistic with you that fits right in here?
Please.
There is a gentleman that both of you and I know who did a statistical analysis of over 770 direct sales companies, and his statistic was this: that 70% of the 770 different companies, that 70% of the distributors never made a second order.
Oh.
Now, here we are talking 79% reorder rate. We are already moving the needle in historic proportion. Historic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's unique, and that spells opportunity for all of us. The third bullet really is something, again, let's not underestimate the special nature of what we've got here. This is, everybody wants to get involved early in a startup like this. People look at the Melaleucas, they look at the Herbalifes, they look at the Avons and whatever, and they say, man, I sure wish I'd have gotten involved in that earlier. We are involved in it. We're involved right now. It's the dream opportunity, and it's built to last, and it's growing quickly, and it's going to be very big. Again, the Uber of direct selling, going to solve a lot of problems. The more you get to know it, you're more little things. Auto ship is not required. It's incentivized. It's incentivized because you only pay $5 flat shipping fee on your Blue Box order. Okay? Little things like, to move up in most compensation plans, you have to do 2 things. You have to build volume, and you have to have X number of people that you've enrolled that meet a certain title. And so you can build all the volume you want, but if you don't have a certain number of people meeting those titles, then you're out of luck because certain gates of the comp plan won't open. Guess what? We don't have to deal with that second component. We just have to build volume. Okay? Most direct selling companies don't have overpriced products. We already hit on that. Most direct selling companies won't let you retail. Not only does M Network let you retail, they'll let you go out and sign up gyms and salons and tanning spas, and they'll actually allow you to sell bulk discounted packs so that retailer can double their profit on the stick, and you get all the volume through your organization. It's crazy, the uncommon things. The next bullet, a strong supportive team that is growing internationally. You know, there are people in the upline of this team who truly know what they're doing, including Glade. Glade has extraordinary experience internationally. And we are so excited as a team to be working with him because a lot of things are happening internationally in direct selling. And then a powerful compensation plan that includes things like retailing, allows your upline to help you build your team. And we're going to see, Glade, a ton of very, very part-time people. I would use the word even casual people who are making $500 a month with only a few people that they've involved. And, you know, $500 a month in most households is nothing to sneeze at if you only have to spend a little bit of time making that happen. Now, I'm not saying there's not a lot bigger number, but the way that big checks get big is when lots of people make $500 a month, when lots of people reorder the products. So Glade, I guess you can tell I'm excited about this. I think we are on to something big here. I encourage everybody, don't complicate this. The 3 parts: share your excitement story in a stick, share the 2 videos, get your upline on a 3-way. Don't make it any more complicated than that. Share this with your team, and let's grow. Again, what we each take the initiative to do between now and the end of the year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when M Network is first a $300 million a year company, then a $500 million company, and then a $1 billion company, we're going to be all really happy that we invested time and energy at these early stages.
Well, thank you, Dave. And my good friends up in Wisconsin, up in the Green Bay area, they have a simple system too. They say, number 1, sign up. Number 2, use the products. Number 3, find 2 people. That's all that you need to do to maximize the compensation plan. But then they've added a little plus on the end there. So that plus is find more people and get additional business centers and other things that we can talk about later. But this simple sharing system shows you how to get the 2. It's so simple if we don't complicate it, and we do that. So, you know, sign up, use the products, find 2. How do you find the 2? By simple sharing system. Share a stick, pass on the videos, 3-way call. That simple.
Absolutely. And Glade, you know, one of the more powerful parts of the comp plan, you know, I love the idea of starting with the 2. I love the 8 in 8 program.
Yes.
Where, you know, everybody that I'm signing up, I'm saying, you know, our first goal is 8 elite packs in 8 weeks. Because when you do that, you make $1,700 just off of the pack bonuses, and you've put 8 people into the higher levels of your matrix so that you can start to duplicate. And so, you know, probably the plus on the start with 2 is start with 2 plus get your 8 in 8.
Yep, exactly right. So it's pretty exciting. I was over in Japan a month or so ago, and around a month ago, and we had one one gal there who was at the very first meeting that I had that night. I flew in, I'd been on the plane for like 15 hours, 16 hours, 2 hour bus ride into Tokyo. And there was a group waiting at the restaurant for me. And this gal, Yuki Sayaki was there. And her eyes were just lit up. I could tell that she was just soaking it all in. Well, in the next 3 days, she signed up 8 people, 8 with the lead pack. So she made $1,700 in 3 days.
Awesome.
That's pretty exciting. And she set the stage, and then all of a sudden, the next one did the same thing, and the next one did the same thing. So it happens. It's real. And she got her $1,700 check today. So she's pretty excited.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Well, thank you, Dave. I appreciate you and Mary sharing this with us and your experience and all that you do, and appreciate you spending some time with us tonight. And I hope that those who are watching and viewing and will view this recorded message will really glean from the decades of experience and wisdom that Dave and Mary shared with us tonight. So thank you all for being here tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Same time, same station, same call number. Okay? So build for that. Have a great week.
Thanks, Glade.
Thank you.